just overlook me. Yeah, if things don't pan out, keep it cooking. You're not a fan, but you keep on looking. Look, don't be concerned with what people saying. Be concerned when they don't care to say it. Funny how people will act like they know you, but they don't even got a clue what they're saying.
Yeehaw, soldiers! So this is kind of a bit of an update video on what ifs I'm probably, or on series I'm going to be doing in the future. As in, I'm going to be branching on to other anime in probably around the halfway point of the year, maybe. Or maybe even earlier than that if I finish a couple mangas pretty early. Who knows? But yeah, so and especially with quarantine going on, so I have a lot of time. So there are around 4 main series I want to go over that I really think I want to really make what ifs on. Then there are a couple of anime I really like that I would probably want to make related some related what ifs on, something like that. Maybe some standalone series as well, but some really really good series, you know what I'm saying? So in terms of anime quality, but here are just 4 I'm probably gonna just buzz through in terms of manga. So the first one is something I've been hitting over on my community tab and on Twitter. It is One Piece. So I've kind of got the idea to go through One Piece a little bit more and read it. Not really watch the anime. I kind of don't want to do it Toei, but whatever. So in my opinion, based off of the 41 chapters I've read so far, it's pretty good. I actually really do like it. I think it has some solid characters so far. I'm probably, and for reference, I'm after the Usopp thing. I'm gonna say that just like that after, because it's probably the least possible. That's the only way it can probably be like, okay, One Piece fans, you know what I'm talking about, and then the non One Piece fans were people who haven't really gotten a chance to read One Piece yet. That's the best way I can be no, spoiler free, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm just gonna call it the Usopp thing. So yeah, I'm probably going to go into the next arc pretty soon after making this video and uploading it. So yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of reading. In fact, I got my surprise for tomorrow ready to go for tomorrow because I want to read more One Piece, because I'm trying to get to the good stuff, which kind of could be a flaw of the series, I think, because it takes way so long to get to the interesting stuff, but who knows, or the really interesting stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it will be worth it, the wait in the end, and I feel like the arcs so far could be well, they're pretty good. They're not crazy. They're not like tuning exams or something like that, but they're really good. They're pretty good. They're actually not really good, pretty good. And that's the first manga I'm going to try to read through. And I wanted to supply you guys with what is related to that. I'll put a poll, and I'm going to be putting polls on whether or not you want to see these types of what ifs in the future. But I think you guys will really like those. So yeah. Alright. The next one is after One Piece, because I want to tackle the bigger manga first. Black Clover, Nanatsu no Taizai, and Kimetsu no Yaiba. As in Black Clover and Demon Slayer and 7 Deadly Sins. So yeah. So Black Clover, I've been meaning to finally get into it. First some great stuff about it. And I'm probably going to read it pretty quickly, so if I can get it, but I'm going to do it after I finish One Piece, because again, big behemoths first, then you got to attack the little guys, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Then but I do like Middle Ages, and I like a lot of the magic concepts, so that's kind of why I like Black Clover. I'm kind of feeling Black Clover a little bit, and it's more so because for reasons of why I want to read it. One, again, manga's pretty easy to go through, and that's one reason. And 2, I don't want to go through Naruto versus Pain Part 2 in terms of animation, because based off of some of the stuff I've seen, I'm about to feel that pain again. I'm about to feel some pain. I will know true pain. Oh my god. I will know true pain again. Because I've been watching My Hero Academia. Animation be looking clean. If I go to Black Clover, the animation isn't going to be as consistent. I'm about to cry. Because I don't want that. Okay. But in all seriousness of the world and stuff like that, I can't wait to get for Black Clover. And then after that, I'll do a full read over of Kimetsu no Yaiba. That series is looking pretty nice. I've kind of gone for like, I want to do like a full read for Kimetsu no Yaiba. So chapters 1 to 200. I think I've gone through like a couple manga chapters, but never fully got around to finishing it. But you know, I'm gonna try to finish it and then start supplying you guys with what ifs. Although bad news, it again will be manga related. So if you don't read the manga of Kimetsu no Yaiba or Demon Slayer, you probably shouldn't watch my vids after we get to season 1. So that's the next one. Then we got Nanatsu no Taizai. I liked 7 Deadly Sins, and I'm kind of gonna go for the manga because the season 3 debacle of Nanatsu no Taizai is ugh. And then of course we've got the fact that the manga just ended, and that's gonna be pretty well. It's gonna be something that people are gonna want to see, but that's one thing. But two, they announced a sequel series, which I think is also something that's gonna be pretty interesting. So they can like go for the manga, and then like get ready for the sequel series. It's gonna be pretty hype, and I think you guys will really like some 7 Deadly Sins what else. I'll allow you guys to vote for that in the polls if you want to see those for what that series as what ifs. I know you guys will probably like them as series related to like Naruto or MHA, but I want to see if you guys want them as like standalone series, like you know how I've been doing like standalone Bleach series and stuff like that. That's kind of what I'm doing there. So I would highly recommend that you give some of those a thought and maybe give them all, and maybe I can probably supply you guys with those what ifs if you approve. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty interesting. And a couple of other anime. Going for like Gurren Lagann, let's just say I really like what I see, and you know, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be really surreal if I can make what is related to it. I don't know if I can really do this as a standalone series, except a couple ideas I have in mind, but I'm really going to like what I can do with something like with Gurren Lagann, and maybe merge into like the MHA world or Naruto world or DBZ or something like that, or Bleach even. Another couple mangas I want to go through: Tokyo Ghoul and Berserk. I finished a couple Berserk. I finished a couple Berserk chapters, like maybe, and I haven't really gotten a chance to go through it all the way. But I don't know if you guys would really be that interested in that. But who knows? I could probably go through it if you really want, I guess. Tokyo Ghoul. I don't think I have to say it, and I think the manga is definitely better than the anime, based off of filler. But I want to go through it. But I want to go through it first before I make that full judgment. If I'm saying. So let me. But based off of like what a couple fans said, I've talked to about, there's a couple issues with that. Then we've got, and this is from close people of mine, so I kind of hold their opinion in a bit of high regard. Then we've got like a couple of other series that I want to do. These are classic animes: Yu Yu Hakusho, Trigun, and Inuyasha. Those are probably going to be very interesting to do, and I'm very excited on what I'm going to be able to do those type of series. Make what is related to them, make them a standalone series. Who knows? I'm just excited to look into those old school discs. So that's gonna be pretty interesting. And I guess you guys might want to know, what about something like Hunter x Hunter? I could definitely do it. Yeah, I think you guys should leave that to a poll, especially since I got a larger audience right now. I think a lot of you guys wouldn't mind. I could probably do a Hunter x Hunter related what ifs, because I don't know how well it'd do as a standalone series, because Hunter x Hunter does have is popular, but I don't know if it's like as mainstream as like something like Black Clover, My Hero Academia, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I'm at there. Then I guess a couple of other series. I could probably experiment with like sports animes such as Kuroko no Basket and Haikyuu. So yeah, I can't wait to. If you guys want to see that type of experiment and go for like some, and I couldn't really do like powers or something like that, but I could try to make some narratives with those sports animes. It would be pretty interesting because I do love sports. So, I think Kuroko no Basket might be more my thing though, because I am a big basketball fan. But you know, it's gonna be really interesting to see how all that goes. And I guess that's all. You could also probably suggest to me other series you want me to do what it's related on. Also, it could also be Code Geass, especially since people have suggested to me what it's related to, like Deku or Todoroki and Geass. I believe it was actually Sumari or Sumari class. I think. Yeah, I've seen him in the comment section. He's a pretty cool dude. He's pretty cool. And and I think yeah, that's probably all I want to really go into. And I guess and yeah, those are probably the animes I'm probably going to look in, or slash mangas I'm going to look into making what ifs on. And I can't wait to when the opportunity arrives. I think once I finish the entire One Piece manga, or I get to a point where I think I'm comfortable with the material that I can be like, yeah, I can do this. That's gonna be really, really good. So yeah, get hyped. So I guess that's all I have to say. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and share the video. This has been your boy, the Anime Sage, signing out. Peace, YEEHAW, bye bye. Peace.